Should the Dallas Mavericks make a trade for Jimmy Butler? ESPN's Shams Charania gave us an update on the potential future regarding the Miami Heat superstar. We'll get into that on today's show, but before we do, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up icon. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel. Up next, the latest on Jimmy Butler. Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffery Cooperstein. Great to be with you guys, and we have to jump into the latest on Jimmy Butler. Shams Charania of ESPN, I almost said The Athletic, but he's been with ESPN for almost a month now. He spoke to Jimmy Butler's agent, who indicated that the Mavs are a potential landing spot for Butler if he is to be traded ahead of the 2025 NBA trade deadline. Here's what Shams and Jimmy Butler's agent had to say. The Heat are open to listening to offers for Butler and making a deal if the proposal is right, league sources told ESPN. And Butler's agent, Bernie Lee, has indicated in league circles that Butler is open to destinations such as the two of the Texas teams, Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks, and the Golden State Warriors. Butler is a native of Houston. Above all, though, he is believed to prefer a win-now title contender in any trade. At the end of the day, I have little to no interest in this deal, and here's why. I do think the Mavericks are the contender among those three for Jimmy Butler when you take a look at those potential destinations in the Mavs, Rockets, and the Warriors. Look, the Mavs are the closest team among those three to winning an NBA title. The Rockets are on the come up, and Golden State had a really good start to the season. But when you look at the Western Conference, there are two teams here. It's the Mavericks, it's the Warriors. It's the Mavericks and it's the Thunder. The Mavs are the contender in this equation. However, the Mavericks are not trading for Jimmy Butler. I told you this last week when we went over the initial rumors that the Mavs could have some sort of interest in Butler, and there's a multitude of reasons why. We can start here with this contract. He's making $48.7 million this year. He has a player option for $52.5 million next season, and all reports are that he's going to decline that player option to be a free agent in the summer of 2025. Number one, the Mavericks don't have the facilities to match a $48.7 million contract for Jimmy Butler. You would have to almost certainly include Kyrie or Luka in one of those trades, which you're obviously not doing. So that's a non-starter in that factor. Now, you can make it a 3, a 4, even a 5-team deal. Hell, the Mavericks made a 6-team deal in the deal for Klay Thompson in the summer. But I don't think the Mavericks are very interested in this. Jimmy's still a really good player. Look, he's having a solid season so far. 19 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, shooting 36% from 3, only on about an attempt and a half a game, though, so it's not like he's actually spreading the floor by any means. I like Jimmy Butler, the player, a lot. I think he's still a really good player in this league. However, he is 35 years old. He's aging, he's expensive, and I just don't think he fits what the Mavericks are trying to do right now. I want to hear from you guys, though. Should the Mavericks make a trade for Jimmy Butler? I want you to type T for trade or type P for pass down in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show, and in just a couple of seconds, I'm going to tell you about our sponsor, which is PrizePicks. So while I'm doing that, go on down there and get your votes in whether you think the Mavs should trade for Jimmy Butler or not. Like I said, I have little to no interest in this. I don't think there's any need to upset the apple cart when it comes to this Dallas Mavericks team. The chemistry is at an all-time high. This team is finally figuring out how to play with each other, how to win big games. We'll get into some of the specifics regarding what a Jimmy Butler, stay on the Mavericks would look like, if you will. But first, I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor, which, of course, is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million users and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with PrizePicks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. And one thing I love about PrizePicks is they now offer MasterCard for quick and easy deposits and withdrawals into your account this sports season. Enjoy now because this holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. This is a Thursday night football projection that I have here for you guys. Patrick Mahomes, this is one of those picks you can get. If you think Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for more than half a passing yard, you can take the more on that. Pair it up with another projection. I have Brock Purdy more than 243.5 passing yards. I'll take the more on that as well. So you get a free pick. If you just hit another one, you get to win your money. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. Again, Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get that $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. All right, let's talk about the questions we have surrounding Jimmy Butler and the potential trade of Jimmy to the Dallas Mavericks. My question number one, where's he going to play? I don't think there's any fit for him in this starting lineup. You already have your 2 guard set in Kyrie Irving. You already have your 3 set in Klay Thompson. And say what you will, PJ Washington is one of the most underrated players in the NBA and one of the biggest values in the NBA on this team right now. With PJ, the Mavs win. Without PJ, they don't. That's pretty plain and simple. I don't know where Jimmy fits, and especially what you would have to give up. It would be a mixture of PJ Washington, Maxi Kleber, Omax Prosper. You'd have to find a package that you would end up giving up way too much to acquire Jimmy. And would a lineup of Kyrie, Luka, Klay, Jimmy, and Lively work? I'm not so sure about that. Question number 2, is he going to play? Jimmy misses significant amount of time each regular season. He's not always available, and he doesn't show up for the Heat in the regular season. He has blatant disregard for the regular season, and I'm not sure that he'll be interested in playing, which is question number 3. Jimmy, throughout his career, has shown that he does not care excuse me, about regular season basketball. Jimmy, when the playoffs come on, is one of the fiercest competitors in the NBA, and if you get to the postseason, he can really give you a spark that you may not have. He's one of the best postseason players of all time who has never won a title. However, on this Mavericks team, you already have 4-time NBA champ Klay Thompson. You already have NBA champ Jason Kidd as the head coach. You already have the second, maybe the first best player in the NBA in Luka Doncic. You already have NBA champion Kyrie Irving. You don't need Jimmy's championship pedigree in order to get you to the next level. The Mavericks already made the finals last season. They have that experience. I don't think that is as valuable as what Jimmy Butler could bring. And lastly, will it disrupt the chemistry? If you just look at everything surrounding the Mavericks right now, the vibes around this team, the social media posts from the Mavericks that just show everybody loving each other and loving on each other, all of the vibes right now are good surrounding this Dallas Mavericks team. Jimmy Butler, I don't know if he disrupts the chemistry or not, but the fact that I don't know is reason enough that I don't want to trade for this man. My final thoughts on this are pretty simple. If you can't answer all of those questions definitively, then you shouldn't risk upsetting the apple cart. I think Jimmy Butler is a really good player. I think Jimmy Butler can still be a really good player in this league for a long time. I just don't think it can happen on the Dallas Mavericks. I think the Mavs are too good right now. They're too together. They are too cohesive at the moment in order to upset the apple cart and go get who is still a very good player in this league in Jimmy Butler. So I want to ask you one more time before we get on out of here. Do you think the Mavs should make a trade for Jimmy Butler? Again, type T for trade or type P for pass. That's going to be it for today's show. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. My name is Jeffery Cooperstein. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff_Coop27. And we'll see you next time here on Mavericks Today.